are always asking me, what's your favorite movie? That's not really, I don't think, that important to you guys, right? Because there's movies that every actor should watch, or movies with wonderful performances, or, you know, my favorite movies are always about little girls with dead mothers, because that's my childhood wound. My mother died when I was a baby, so I love Little Princess and Pawnette and Papillon and all these movies with dead moms. Depressing. I don't think you all have to run out and go see dead mom movies, although pretty much every Disney animated film. Anyway, so let me know, what are the movies that you want to see? Do you want 5 movies where people play drunk really well? Or 5 movies of great villains? Or whatever it is that you're looking for, inner monologue. I've got the things that I think might make good videos, but I also want to give you what you want. So I'm going to start today with talking about movies about the movie industry that I think are really wonderful. Maybe you don't have any friends or family that are in the movie industry and you want to let your parents and your friends know what it's like to be on set or something like that. So Tootsie. Tootsie is a wonderful movie. It is funny, it is touching, it is heartfelt, and it gives you a real idea of what it's like behind the scenes of a soap opera, at least back in the day. Dustin Hoffman's wonderful, his roommate was an actor, Bill Murray, the wonderful Terry Garr. I don't think there's many people who understand how brilliant Terry Garr was. And her getting trapped in a bathroom at a party is just, it's worth the movie alone. The sexual harassment that happens on set, which in this movie is experienced by Dustin Hoffman because he's dressed as a woman in order to get a job. He's such a difficult actor that nobody will hire him anymore. It's a wonderful film with wonderful references and incredibly well done. Wonderful Geena Davis and just an amazing cast. The big picture. It's hard to describe the big picture without going on and on for too long, but it's Kevin Bacon and it's a filmmaker who's beginning. And sometimes the opportunities that they get, sometimes when success and fame might go to your head, sometimes they're dealing with the studio system and how to get the movie made that you want to have made. Very difficult. You know, there's a movie that starts with 2 men and a woman in Vermont in black and white, and it ends up being a movie that they call, I think it's Beach Nuts. It's dancing bikinis, as the director's vision is constantly downgraded. Well, of course, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Quentin Tarantino's brilliant movie. The scenes of being on set, Leonardo DiCaprio on set with the actress, the scenes of trying to memorize his lines, just heartbreaking in terms of struggle, the ups and downs, and really amazing performances and being on the set. I won't go into a lot of any detail really about this, but there are a lot of things in that movie that were very particular to my growing up in my childhood, and so I found it particularly riveting on that aspect. Speaking of my background a little bit, my grandfather was a legendary writer-director whose name was Preston Sturges, so I always suggest that people see a movie called Sullivan's Travels. They often play it at the Academy Awards or other things because it's about a director who wants to make the great American film, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The Coen brothers did a homage to that with their movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But he ends up discovering that having people laugh and doing comedies can be as uplifting to the human spirit as any message meaning movie. You know, it's a little dated. It's just a classic of inside the film business back then. Passion Fish. It doesn't have a lot to do about the film industry, but there's an actress who becomes disabled and she was on a soap opera. So a lot of the soap opera fans and actors come to visit her. And there's a wonderful monologue that I believe Sheila Kelly gives about one of her first auditions that's classic for any actor working on a monologue and their first part. And also the performances are outstanding from all of the actors in the movie. Postcards from the Edge. That's Carrie Fisher's story about her growing up as the daughter of a Hollywood legend, Debbie Reynolds. And there are scenes of her overhearing people talk about her body, the wardrobe department, and how to make her figure look better. There's the opening shot where it's a big long tracking shot and she flubs it at the very end. It's hilarious, it's touching, the performances are fantastic, but it's also a little insight into what Hollywood was like, especially in those days. The Player. Oh, The Player is a wonderful film about the film industry. I believe it's set in the 40s. I remember my grandmother, when I took her to see that movie, she just loved it, adored it. Vincent D'Onofrio is amazing in that. Tim Robbins, everybody is just, it's a fantastic film about a bad guy, well, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but using the movie business as a background for some nefarious action and some detectives trying to come to the end. Sort of a film noir in a way, with heavy comic elements. I remember when I was a young actress working on Days of Our Lives, and I went to go see Soap Dish, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my whole life to me, because it felt so much like being on the set of the show and dealing with some of the celebrities and some of the personalities that I got to deal with on that show. There's just many wonderful movies that have to do with the making of movies and television. Oh, I know there's some I'm leaving out, so let me know which ones I do, and let me know what else you want. So like and subscribe and comment. Just drop it in those comments. Let me know what movie recommendations you're looking for, what movies you think you should have seen, or ones that maybe you have strong opinions about. Thank you. Okay, see, I'm a fudger.